Hey guys, so iOS 17 and Developer Beta 1 has been out for exactly 1 week as of the filming of today's video. However, I wanted to share a few features in iOS 17 that are available on newer iPhones that will not be available for older iPhones. And I want to go ahead and talk about the iPhone 11 because if you have an iPhone 12 or newer, you have nothing to worry about, but iPhone 11 or older, meaning the iPhone XS, XR, iPhone 11 models. So if you have those devices, these are some of the features that will not be available for you when you update to iOS 17. So let's go ahead and dive right into this video. Now, as always, if you would like to stay up to date with the latest iOS news and Apple software updates, of course, don't forget to subscribe and make sure you turn on those notifications so that you don't miss another episode. Now, first I want to go ahead and talk about FaceTime because Apple has added some brand new features to FaceTime video calling effects. So if we go into FaceTime under Control Center, you see that the iPhone 11 here on the left versus the iPhone 14 Pro Max, we have 3 options on the newer iPhone and only 1 option on the iPhone 11. So we have studio lighting here for the iPhone 14 Pro Max. We can adjust the studio lighting for video calls here with FaceTime. By the way, these effects will be available on third-party video calling services or calling services as long as developers integrate the API. Now we also have portrait mode option, which is available on the iPhone 11 as you can see right here, and we can also adjust the blur intensity on the background and make the subject nice, crisp, and clear. And then we have a brand new category here, which is reactions, and reactions basically work the same way as reactions on your messages application, right? When you thumbs up, you send confetti, happy birthday balloons, and celebration for fireworks, or thumbs up, thumbs down, heart. These effects will show up on your video calls with FaceTime. However, they won't be available for the older iPhones, and that is because of the processing power required for these to run. And as you can see right here, 3 effects available on the newer iPhones, and only 1 effect will be available for FaceTime calls on iOS 17 for older devices. Now I want to shift my attention over to accessibility. So on our iPhones, if we go under accessibilities here, there's 2 things that won't be available on older iPhones. The first one is point and speak. This will be limited to iPhones with a LiDAR sensor. So iPhone 12 Pro, 13 Pro, 14 Pro. If you have a LiDAR sensor, this feature will work for you. Again, this is going to be point and speak, a new accessibility feature coming to accessibility on your iPhone later this year. And personal voice. Personal voice will only be available for newer iPhones, iPhone 12 or newer. This basically uses AI to teach your iPhone to speak on your own voice, so it sounds exactly like you. You go through a 15-minute prompt where you go ahead and read these prompts that Apple shows you with the test right here. You can go ahead and start this test right here for about 15 minutes, and your iPhone will learn to sound just like you. So if you're going to be, using your iPhone to speak with someone and you're at risk of losing your voice, then your iPhone will sound exactly like you in the future, and that's something that will not be coming to older iPhones. Now, last but not least, I want to talk about one of my favorite features coming to the iPhone with iOS 17, and that is the standby mode feature on the iPhone. However, if you don't have an iPhone that supports always on display, there is a 15-second limit, so your display will dim after 15 seconds when you put it on your nightstand, just like that. Again, this is iPhone 11. All you have to do is tap to wake, and you'll be able to see, or any motion, maybe tapping on the screen or tapping on the table itself, will activate the screen once again. However, if you have the always on display on the iPhone 14 Pro Max, then this feature of course will stay on all night for you to view, and it will go into a red kind of filter just like the Apple Watch in order to help you fall asleep and not see the screen so bright. But always on display doesn't have limit. Devices with displays that do not support always on display do have the 15-second limit. And there you guys have it. These are some of the features that won't be available for older iPhones in iOS 17. Now keep in mind, Apple has done a great job year over year to try to bring as many features to older iPhones as they do to newer iPhones. I've been a witness of this. Apple continues to improve the user experience all across the board for as many users as they can. However, some of these features do require more processing power, like of course the new improved dictation and the personal voice. So I guess that's why some of these are not available here, as well as reactions. But overall, Apple has done a great job in my opinion in terms of bringing as many features as possible to older iPhones with iOS 17 as they did to newer iPhones. And there you guys have it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.